Welcome to SoCal Training Team. Today's training is I'm going to go over the facility service levels for DDS Regional Center. So DDS stands for Department of Developmental Services. And I'm going to go over the 4 different service levels that they offer, which are tied to the regional centers. So there are 4 levels. There are 4 levels of care. It starts at level 1, and then it goes to level 4A through I. The lowest number, level 1, is the least amount of care. And then as you go higher, level 2, level 3, level 4, the care increases. So we're going to go over some of these levels in detail. I'm going to read a little bit about the service level so you get a better idea. What this will help you with is it will help you determine what level of care you have an interest in providing, and it will let you know, it will give you a good idea when you contact a regional center to find out what their current need is. It'll give you an idea of when they tell you they need a certain level, it'll give you information on, or should I say, it will help you determine what that level of care entails. So first of all, we're going to talk about facility service levels. Facility service levels. And we're going to start at level 1, and then we're going to work our way down. So level 1. So level 1, the facility provides room, board, and general supervision. The facility does not have an approved program design. Clients who benefit from this level of service do not require planned training or assistance with activities of daily living. Statewide, about 2% of clients in residential care who are diagnosed with developmental disabilities receive this level of service. So let's break down level 1. Excuse me. So level 1 is it's the bare minimum, right? It's just room, board, and then general supervision and gen supervision. So level 1, these are typically going to be your clients that are very high functioning, meaning they can come and go. They can do all their assisted daily living. They don't need much assistance at all. They basically just need a place to live. They need room, they need board, and they need just general supervision or advice. So that's level 1. Now let's go into level 2. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. So level 2. Level 2. With level 2, there is a client ratio, a staff to client ratio. This is where it comes in. And just to let you know, with level 2, some on their chart, if you have access to their chart, they have staff operated, and then they have owner operated. Staff operated means that you're going to hire staff to assist you. Owner operated means that you're going to pretty much run it yourself. So you're like the live-in. So keep in mind for level 2, I won't go into the rates. I'll save that for another training. So level 2, it can be staff operated where you hire staff, or it can be owner operated, meaning that you live there and then you provide service to the clients as well. The pay is a little different for these, so you want to keep that in mind. They pay you a little more for staff operated, obviously, because you need to hire staff. Owner, excuse me, they pay you a little less because you live there, and so your expenses aren't as much. So now let's talk about level 2. So the staff to client ratio is 1-6, meaning that you need 1 staff to every 6 clients. Level 2 facility. The facility provides informal training in a home-like environment based on an approach program design in the individual's IPP developed by an interdisciplinary team or ID team. Clients who benefit from this level of service may require staff assistance in areas of dressing, eating, household living skills, and demonstrating acceptable behavior during the course of normal daily activities within the home or the community. So as you can see, level 1 is very, very low supervision and not a lot of assistance. These are very high functioning individuals. Level 2, these individuals are going to require more assistance. So they need more assistance, and you actually have a program design, meaning that you have a plan in place that tells us how you're going to work with the clients and the different type of services you're going to provide them and what type of assistance you're going to provide. So that's level 2. Level 3. So with level 3 also entails you can do staff operated or you can do owner. The concept is the same. What is different is the pay, guys. Or you can do live in. The difference is the money. Once again, level 3, staff, you can do staff operated or owner operated. With staff operated, that just basically means you're going to hire staff. They give you a little bit more income to accommodate that. With owner operated, it's meaning you're going to live there as the owner and you're going to provide most of the service yourself or most of the labor yourself. You may have someone assist you from time to time, but for the most part, you're going to do most of that work and then you get paid a little less for that. So level 3, let's read about this level 3. So level 3, the staff to client ratio is 1-6, meaning 1 staff to 6 clients with additional staffing. So with additional staffing, 4 hours for the 4th client. So if you have 3 clients so you vendor for 4 clients, but you currently only have 3 clients in the home because you're waiting for more placements. Your client ratio would be 1-6. Now, when you add that 4th client to your home, you have to add an additional 4 hours of staffing. Then say you have another client, you have a 5th client, you have to add an additional 19 hours. And if you have a 6th client, you have to add an additional of 19 hours. Now, this will make more sense. Once again, I just came to mind. I could actually create a training on how to break down staffing hours and supervision because I know a lot of us have issues with that. So let's read about the level 3 facility. The facility provides planned instruction and activities according to the facility's approved program design and individual IPP developed by the ID team, very, very similar to level 2. The program design includes a description of services designed to enhance the capabilities of clients with significant deficits in self-help skills or some limitations in physical coordination and mobility or disruptive or self-injurious behaviors. The staff in a level 3 completes client notes and maintains the client notes in a facility client file. Reports are completed semi-annually, which note the client progress towards achievement of IPP for which the facility is responsible. Statewide, about 23% of clients in residential care who are diagnosed with a developmental disability receive level 3 service. So level 1, very minimal care. As far as supervision, they're very independent. Level 2, we have less independent, although we're treating them as we want to treat them as if they are independent and we want them making decisions in their lives. But level 2 is more involved as far as you as an owner or staff, because you're offering more assistance with, it may be with dressing or eating, etc., housekeeping. Level 3, it gets a little bit more intense where you have the same things with 1, 2, but with 3, you have to add in there that there are going to be some they may need more assistance with self-help skills, and they may have less mobility. And level 3 is also the introduction of the self-injurious or dangerous, not dangerous, I shouldn't say dangerous, disruptive or self-injurious behaviors. That's where level 3, you may see that. So that's the difference between the 2 and the 1. 1 and 2, you may not necessarily have the disruptive or self-injurious behavior, but level 3, you have the introduction of the behaviors come into play. All right, so, and then the final level is level 4. Level 4. So level 4 cannot be owner operated. Level 4 has to be staff operated. Now there are different levels of care. I won't go into the different levels with the 4, but I just want to generally go over the 4. And the reason I'm saying that there are different levels, because once you hit level 4, you can choose from A through I. So basically, with level 4, there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and I. So those are so it goes level A through I. So you can pick the level of care that you want to provide for level 4. Now, what do these letters mean? A would be the least severe. I would be the most severe. So what you can infer in between that, if I go to a level B, C, D, obviously as I go from letter A up, the more severe the behavior is. And remember, it can only be staff operated. They don't give you a choice with this, so it's only staff operated. So let's talk about level 4. Level 4, the staff to client ratio is 1:3. So these levels are, let's kind of back up a little bit. So level 1, you can do 1. I'm 1 to 6. Level 2, 1 to 6, not 16. 1 to 6. 1 to 6. These are the staffing ratios, by the way. Staffing. Level 3 is 1 to 6. But there's some caveats in there. Once you add the 4th client, what you have to do is add more staffing hours, or you have to add more hours to that individual. I can't go over this in this training because it's too much information to go over and what that means, what it breaks it down in staffing hours. So what I'll do is I'll put together a video at some point that covers staffing hours. I'll actually go through that as a training for you guys. So level 4, the ratio is 1:3. As you can see, the ratio narrows, right? We went from 1 to 6. Now we're getting to more severe, not necessarily behaviors, but more severe care or services. And the level goes to 1:3. That means 1 staff to every 3 clients. So if you have 4 clients in your home, once you get that 4th client, you need to run 2 staff to 4 clients. So the staff to client ratio is 1:3 with additional weekly hours or staffing for each additional client, and you need a consultant. So for level 1, 2, 3, you don't need a consultant. For level 4, you do need a consultant, and that consultant is called a BCBA. That stands for Board Certified Behavioral Analyst. Level 4 facilities, A through I, you need to have a BCBA, not necessarily on your staff, but you need to hire them as a consultant. I'll go over that in another training as well, but just to give you the gist of it, that board certified behavioral analyst, they basically come in and they write behavioral plans and they teach your staff how to implement them. So with the level 4, the facility provides planned instruction and activities according to the facility's approved program design, just like the rest of them, 1, 2, and 3, and the individual's IPP. If you're not familiar with the term IPP or the acronym IPP, it stands for Individual Program Plan. The program design includes a specific description of the instructional methods, techniques to be utilized to achieve the desired outcomes, and the methodology for measurement of the client progress toward achievement of IPP objectives. Generally, the client, they have severe deficits in self-help skills, severe impairment in physical coordination and mobility, and they are severely disruptive and have self-injurious behaviors. So let's just recap right quick because I can go on and on with these facility levels. So I wanted to make this part of the training pretty brief for you guys. So this serves as an introduction for facility levels. So level 1, room and board, general supervision, pretty mellow. You don't typically see a lot of level 1s or regional centers developing level 1 facilities, but it can be a question you can ask if they do still develop. Level 2 facilities, a little bit more intense. You do have to have a program. You have to be a little bit more structured. You can offer staff. You can go staff operated or you can go owner operated where you actually live in the facility and you provide the service. The ratio is 1:6. Level 3, a little bit more intense, basically builds upon level 2. Your level 3 is the introduction of disruptive behaviors, where you may have a client that displays or exhibit behaviors that you have to have a program in place to deal with or accommodate. They can be staff operated, meaning you hire staff to assist you, or the level 3 can be owner operated, meaning you live in the facility, you provide pretty much the day-to-day care. You may have assistants come in and help you or relieve you of your duties every once in a while, but pretty much for level 1, 2, and 3, you have the option to be owner or staff operated. Now your level 4, you're getting in, it builds upon 1, 2, and 3. The difference is that you're dealing with more behaviors. So the behavior is going to be more intense. You're going to have more disruptive behaviors, more self-injurious behaviors. And they have a letter system for level 4 that runs A through I, A being the lowest level of care for level 4, I being the highest level of care. Sometimes we want to develop facilities and we want to do some of the lower levels, but that may not be the need. So I want you to keep that in mind when you go to the regional center and you want to develop facilities. You have to think about, do they need a level 1, 2, or 3? They may say we only need level 4 Gs or level 4 Hs or Is. So in my previous video, when I talked about opening homes, I talked about your experience and why it was important for you guys to get experience working in a level 4 I facility, especially if you want to develop your own facility business. It's important for you to work at the highest level. That way you have a good grasp and you have a good idea of what it entails. So if you were to do any of these levels, you know that you've done the most severe level and it makes it easier for you to transition in the business. So carrying on with level 4, level 4 has to be staff operated. The ratio is 1 staff to every 3 clients once you get that 4th client, because most facilities are going to be licensed or vendored for 4 clients. Once you get that 4th client, you have to have a 2nd staff on duty. So the ratio becomes 2 to 4. And then with the level 4, a caveat to that program is that you have to have a BCBA as a consultant. It stands for Board Certified Behavioral Analyst. And so that is the 4 levels. That is the 4 levels of care that the regional center offers. Now, there are other levels of care that I can talk about in a different training, but for the purpose of this training, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe to our videos because there are more to come. Thanks, guys.